You believe in the Illuminati?
Yes. Yes, I do. And I believe that, I don't believe that you work hard to get where you're at. I believe you get chose. No matter how that sounds. You don't work hard to be successful. And I hate when people say that though. You get chose. People, you get chosen to be successful. They have their picks.
Hey everyone, hello. So, after recent legal troubles surrounding Sean Diddy Combs' former Making the Band artist Chopper, also known as Young City, has publicly said that the Illuminati approached him 3 times. We'll unpack his claims, the context of his history with Diddy and the band, and what these kind of allegations mean in hip-hop culture today. So today, a claim part personal testimony, part conspiracy testimony, all wrapped into hip-hop history. Former Making the Band member Chopper, also known as Young City, has been saying in interviews this year that the Illuminati is real and that he was approached 3 times. He made these comments in multiple interviews as well as some online clips. So we'll play the excerpts, look at his history with Diddy and the band, and try to separate reported fact, first-hand claim, and cultural myth. Quick background for listeners who might not know Chopper. Often credited as Chopper Young City, was a member of Bad Boys, the band, the group P. Diddy assembled, and that was documented on MTV's Making the Band in the early 2000s. He later pursued solo projects and kept a public profile with interviews and social clips from over the years. Chopper has also been in and out of headlines for legal and personal controversies over the years. That's part of what makes a 2025 series of statements about the Illuminati hit different notes in press and social channels. Today, we're not litigating his past. That's context. We're focusing on what he's saying now and what that might mean. Why now? Sean Diddy Combs' high-profile legal troubles in 2024 and 2025 triggered waves of conversation across social media and music communities. Reporting outlets and news timelines have covered his indictment, trial developments, and partial guilty verdict outcomes on certain counts. Those developments appear to be the proximate trigger of Chopper's public comments. Chopper ties his testimony into the broader context of what he thinks is happening in the industry. So now the clip. I have Chopper's own interview where he says the Illuminati approached him 3 times and describes the experience as scary.
You tell me about the 3 situations where they approached you.
Okay. The first time I met a man named Robert Freed. Well, let me say that question over. I met a man named Robert. I don't want to say his last name. White dude, lives in Los Angeles, multi-millionaire guy. Family, mega rich, lived in Palos Verdes. I got presented with a situation where I was supposed to, me and Chauncey Washington, he just signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he's also the stepson of Suge Knight. Chauncey Washington, as soon as he got signed, because he played at USC, as soon as he got signed, me and Chauncey ended up becoming real tight, courtesy of Suge Knight. When he got signed and went to Jacksonville, he ended up buying this big old mansion. Actually, we was together. It was at Queens Harbor in Jacksonville. We had a plan. We're gonna come with the MOE, and we're gonna do it together. He had the funds. I wasn't that rich. I was a little 100,000 out, but he just signed a deal. So we had a plan. We just going to come with the label and cut the fuck up. Well, Robert, from whatever, you dig, interfered and basically was like, I don't care what he has to offer you. This is what I have to offer you. And when he said that, it was millions of dollars. That's why I was able to have the MOE movement popping at this time all on World Star, shooting buku videos back to back. I accepted it. And the things that came with that was so detrimental. And I wouldn't say Robert I don't know if he was in the Illuminati or not, but I know once he didn't do where he had a phone call, and he was a person that was invested in me. Once he didn't do what he was told to do, he went to the Playboy Mansion and got stabbed up. These are all facts. And got stabbed up. And basically, facts. And he basically, because we had MOE roster records after that, from him intercepting Chauncey Washington and presenting me with so much money. So I'm in an A, all the 12 living and the big old house I had in McDonough and all that came from Robert. You dig? From the investment of giving me upfront money. He gave me $1 million. And it was supposed to be courtesy of him intercepting Chauncey Washington. It was supposed to be, all right, I'm giving you this money right here to be able to do what you got to do, because Chauncey is procrastinating. But once he gave me the money and the funding, it went from him giving me the money to allow me to do what I got to do to now he's all around every time. Every time I all the tow buses that I had, that came from Robert, the Roster Records situation. I don't know, Brad. He just was around all the time. And he always get phone calls of what to do. And then he'd tell me what I need to do. And I kind of just stopped feeling that shit, you heard me? And then we just clashed off that. That was the first situation of the Illuminati. And I went a little too far by accepting the money. And the things that happened to me after that, I had a worse era in my life from not wanting to deal with the Roster Records situation. The second time was here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're off the Rob situation, the Roster Records situation, and we was in a hotel, and we was at the co-retreat, and basically, me and my dog, Day One Zell, all of us, and my engineer, Speechless, we got presented by some girls, and they basically was like, we work for such and such and such, and then when they started Illuminati talking, me and Day One Zell, we got you heard me, but my engineer, Speechless, he owed us no loyalty. He was just our engineer. She basically came at him with the situation. It was like, if they're not going to do it, fuck it. What's up? The next thing you know, Speechless got all these cars and mansions and became this rich ass nigga. I ain't seen him since. That was the second time. The third time was in Miami, Florida. And this was a club back then called Club Sobe. You heard me? And yeah, I got approached in the club and, they let me kick in and, I partied with them that night and I seen all the celebrities from the Scott Storches and all these people and, basically saying, you like this life, this is the life you want to live and this is the life you need. And I was so spooked out, I left. I just left and I act like I had something to do and I just left. But those were the 3 experiences that I had with the Illuminati.
Important framing. Those are first-person claims. We should treat them like any other testimony. Notable, trustworthy, but requiring corroboration for any factual claims beyond the experience itself. In other words, Chopper is reporting what happened to him, and that's on record. Whether there's an organized cabal as popularly imagined is another question entirely, but to be honest, I believe it. He's tying these experiences to real industry patterns he perceives. Note how often these kinds of narratives appear in hip-hop. artists reporting moral tests, mysterious offers or deals that come with conditions. Those stories can be literal, someone offering a shady contract, or it could be symbolic, fame asking for personal compromise. We'll bring it we'll bring it to that culture frame in a minute. The Illuminati as a phrase in music culture often functions like shorthand. It's a symbolic way to talk about hidden power, control, and moral compromise. From the late 1990s onward, conspiracy talk has sometimes merged with industry disputes, management scandals, and celebrity mythology. Those narratives are powerful. They explain complex power dynamics in a single phrase. That's not to dismiss what Chopper said as just talk. Personal testimony can signal real pressure points and exploitative behavior. A note to listeners, Chopper's statements are on public record and we have played his words. Allegations about secret societies or about named individuals require careful handling. We're not asserting the factual accuracy of conspiracy claims. We're reporting that the claims have been made and exploring why someone might say it and what it means culturally. So, what's the bottom line? Chopper's testimony is notable because it's a named insider making a repeated claim, and because it comes on the heels of major coverage about Diddy and his legal troubles. Whether you interpret his words as literal or symbolic, they highlight a larger conversation about the power in music. So yeah, there you have it. There's the bit about Chopper and his Illuminati experiences. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining, enlightening, or in some way beneficial. And it would help me out if you would hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification if you want to get updates on my newest videos, and maybe even share this video with a friend. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.